Wow. This trial chamber is a complete mess. I have no idea what happened to it. Well, maybe I have some ideas. It's funny how easy it is to lose sight of how big a project is until you go and tackle something like adding 6 new levels to it. I mean, I'm starting to feel like, what have I done? You know that feeling, right? But at the same time, I've had so many ideas on how to fill this silo out with life that getting infrastructure in place like this is making me very excited. I mean, I have to say, this is probably my most favorite base I've ever made. And I've had ones in the past that I have been very proud of. We've got such an amazing opportunity to not only have fun with farming and adding the redstone bits that will give this silo some life, but also to tell the story of the residents who took refuge here for their own safety. I'm really having fun with this base so far this season, and the best part is, we've only just begun. Yep. I've played Minecraft for over a decade now, and I still make stupid mistakes. This is one of them. I harvested some of the, oxidized copper in the trial chamber, thinking it'd be easy enough to just turn those into grates and then unoxidize them and wax them. This is taking me forever. I mean, I've been at this for like 30 minutes already, and I have a ways to go. And I'm using a lot of durability, of course, on my axe and a lot of honeycomb to fix all these blocks. This is so tedious. I've actually gotten tired of clicking, so I created a macro that I can just press and it will right-click 5 times, which basically just unwaxes or unoxidizes and then waxes, and then I can move on. Just to save myself some clicking and hopefully save myself from having to buy a new mouse soon. But okay, yeah, this is tedious work, but you know me, I'm going to get the job done. All right, I think I'm done. I just need to do a final check and just see if I've missed any spots here. They should stand out. I've been on the server for a little bit, so they would have oxidized by now. So let's see. You guys can help me as well. Let's look. Okay, there's a spot right there. Looks like we missed that one. We're going to go ahead and wax this. And I know I've got the walkways oxidized in the path areas up above. And we'll come back and we'll unwax these. I know it sounds like a bit of a waste, but we'll come back and we'll unwax some of these so that we can get that pathway going again at a later date. One step at a time here. This is such an enormous project. Let's see, any more? Yep, here's another one right there. Let's go ahead and get that. And I got most of the other ones, at least the ones from before that we did with the ventilation fans. Those are all taken care of now. No more green on those. But yeah, it's nice to have all these walkways. We've got plenty of levels, and I need to dedicate these bottom levels to things. Obviously, the vent fans down there and the furnace array we've got labeled as mechanical already. But I got to decide what to do with the floors just above us right here, the one I'm on. Oh, I did actually miss some. I thought I was done. Oh, it's never ending. I think I want to take a quick break from working on these floors to talk to Skizz about something. You see, I'm having some portal issues. I installed some portal chunk loaders here in the silo so I can keep things running while I'm offline, but we're having issues connecting to a portal in the nether hub because it keeps connecting to my chunk loaders. So I thought maybe Skizz and I could share a portal in between our bases, and that might actually solve our problem. So let's see what he thinks.
All right, Dibbled you have a need. You have you want to share a portal with me. Is that am I right in that sentence?
I'm already sharing a portal with you, Skizz. You just didn't know it. Every time I need to go to the nether, I come use yours.
Are you really?
Yeah, every time because I put in some chunk loaders to keep my storage system loaded, and for the life of me cannot get it to link properly to where I want my actual portal in the nether to be anymore. It's just causing all sorts of problems. So if I was to push a portal away from my silo a little bit, I think I'd be okay. I think.
Let's go over here. Let's go look at where you want your where you want your entrance to be.
It's a little tight tunnel, isn't it? You gotta fly. Yeah.
A little bit. Okay.
Right here, first floor makes it easy, and I'm always in my storage room, so I want it to be fairly easy to get to. So
okay.
Yeah, this is logistics
and we found
layer.
kind of halfway point between us would be this lamp right here.
Yeah.
Right, and that's about a halfway point, which means for me, I think I'm gonna have to find a way to. Let me see. Right about here, if I go straight up. Well, that almost goes right into my studio.
Oh.
So I think. Yeah. Yep. So if I do this, dude, I can. Oh yeah. Oh yes, dude. I can.
You got plans,
dude.
You gotta make.
You gotta remember. Okay, so right there, dude. If I do it right where, what is that table with the saw? What's that called? The stone cutter.
Yeah, that's the stone cutter.
stonecutter, right where the stonecutter is, I could have a drop in here to where it lands plop, and then I zoom in, and right where that lamp is, that's where our portal will be. Right where that lamp is. Yeah?
Oh yeah, that's a straight down shot. I see it now. I had a free cam. I didn't know what.
All
I saw from my angle was you staring at the ceiling. If I do it right there on that pixel. No.
Hey, well, let's hold on. Because portal logic continues to elude me. What should we test this, or what do we?
Yeah. What we should do? Well, we should just pop a portal in, and we can get the coords. There is a command, by the way, on the server. Trigger. What is it? Nether something. Hold on. NC in overworld. Bang. And that gives us the exact coordinates that we need to make the portal in the Nether. Now, we're not going to be the exact because we're at level 56. We're probably going to be a little bit higher in the Nether, to be honest, because that's where the hub is. But I think it will still work if we just follow those numbers. I think what we should do, I think we should light this, but we shouldn't go through. Okay? What I think we should do is we should go to your portal, go through, then go into where it needs to be in the Nether, make that. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we'll light this, and then it's going to just make one wherever it feels like in the Nether. Or it
all right, come over on
possibly
this side.
link up to yours, but let's just better safe than sorry.
This right here is 247.
Perfect. Now the question is, do we want the portal to face the same direction as we come in, which would be east-west facing, or do we want to turn it this way? Because, I mean, honestly, if we turn it northwest or north-south, we can go straight shot to the main tunnel. Okay, you like the size of that?
I do.
Okay, and we'll clean up the rest once we do this. But let's make sure this works. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, in.
We should be in the tunnel.
I hope so.
On the Snoogans.
Hey! Oh my gosh. First try. It's like we knew what we were doing. Oh yeah, test.
Going back in.
Got to test both ways.
Hey! All right, good.
Sweet, we have it now. Excellent.
All right, so I'm going to decorate my side. You decorate your side. We got to be, what's our dimensions that we're decorating?
It was a little hard to fly in there, so we could raise the roof a little bit. Do you want to widen the walls? Are you good with the width of it? It's only too wide at the moment. We'll have to carve a little bit more out, obviously, to make it look good.
I want to go wider because I think I'd like to bevel the corners.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, make it a little archy, maybe? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll dig out even more then. Just one more block in like all directions except the floor. That would probably be.
So we'll just do a 5 by something. 5 by 4.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a good plan.
Wait, right? Is that right? And then we'll decorate the 5 by 4. Yeah, we'll do it. So the hole itself will be 5 by 4. Okay, good. Okay, well, good. We have our marching orders, buddy.
Let's do it. All right, so we've got our work cut out for us. We need to go ahead and design this tunnel. And yeah, Skizz and I are planning on doing this like gradient, I guess, where it's going to go from our kind of brand color, yellow in my case, and then just end in white. He's done the same, but with blue, because that's his color. And he's already done his. I'm slacking. I've been busy doing some other stuff. I'm slacking. Look at his though. He went with blue ice. And then he's got these lanterns here, which look pretty good with that. He's got a low ceiling, a little lower than I think I'm planning on doing, but it looks good. And he's got this drop. I think this is powdered snow under here. Yep, that makes sense. So he can drop safely down to here. Pretty cool. And then he'll just fly through the portal. So I want to do the same kind of deal, but I think I'm going to go with maybe a few more options here. I need to pick out a few different blocks to kind of take it from yellow to white. And then what did he use? He used quartz probably. I think I want to keep the same white here. So I'm going to need to probably smelt some smooth quartz and get that going here. I got this dug out, as you can see, and I'm hoping to just be able to like fly in. In fact, what I want to do is I want to be able to fly in, and I want to throw an ender pearl through the portal and then have it teleport us immediately? Oh, geez, to the nether, that's a little scary. I could have ended up in lava or something, but that's going to work really good. In fact, I wonder if that's not here, how far would I go before I like hit the path? We got to move that one over here. So that's kind of what I want to do. What does it look like if I do the ender pearl idea to go back in? Let's see. Can I do it? I think so. Oh. I ended up on his side. That makes sense. Okay, obviously, as if I continued forward. But yeah, that's a fast way to travel through portals, a lot faster than standing in the frame and waiting, as long as it's safe on both sides to do so. Speaking of Skizz, there he is. I was kind of expecting him to log in and just be standing right there in his tunnel, but he's not. He must have finished that a while ago. Anyway, all right, let's go pick out some blocks. Let's see if we can make this look good. All right, so let's see what I have on hand already. Yellow concrete, of course, and then maybe we should make some yellow powdered concrete as well to start to like bring the tone down just a bit. Do I have some sand? I'm not going to need a lot, I don't think. Let's see here. Grab our yellow. Let's see what they look like next to each other. I need to come up with a nice gradient palette here. Yeah, okay, so we go from like the bright yellow, a little bit less bright, and then I wonder if we can get away with just skipping right to like smooth sandstone maybe? It's got like a yellowness to it, so something like that might actually work. Where would I put bone blocks? Yeah, maybe bone blocks would work. Yeah, something like that might work out pretty good. I think, I don't know, maybe we can actually go up and down with it because I don't really want that circle shining through. It's gonna oh hey buddy. How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Just working out the palette for my tunnel. You want to see what I'm kind of thinking?
Oh yeah.
I think you ended with like smooth quartz, right?
I did. I ended with smooth quartz. I literally did 2 things, dude. I did ice,
I saw that.
ice, and smooth quartz. Yeah,
it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. I'm thinking about going 5 right here. I think this will work.
Nice. That'll be beautiful.
Something like that. It's something like that. Anyway, I got to do my tunnel now.
What is this block right here? What is this?
Oh, that's smooth
is that sandstone?
sandstone. Yeah, smooth sandstone block.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to work on that here in a second. What are you doing?
I got things to smelt. I'm gonna smelt, and I'm gonna respect your system. And
He's
I'm gonna
back
smelt
again to smelt. What? I swear,
on the snooze.
I catch you in here all the time. In fact, actually, hang tight before you put that in. I need to check something because, like, you've used the system quite a bit, and so have some other hermits. Let me go look real quick because I might be running low on fuel. You can come with if you want. Come on in. Let's see. This is what fills it up with coal. Like it comes in here and all these. Oh yeah. There's some left. Not a lot, though. Okay.
There's some what?
There's coal in here. So this fills the cart back up that delivers the coal to all the furnaces. You can see these bottom hoppers are getting pretty low. Okay. But I think you got enough.
Pretty low.
Yeah, I think you got
31.
enough. Yeah, you got enough. These are full up here, though. You got enough to do the job. Okay. How many stacks you smelting right now?
Okay, so I'm gonna do 8 stacks because that's like the perfect, right?
Yes, that is the most efficient way to use it. One full piece of coal will get used to its fullest, and that'll be fine. Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of coal in there to do 8 stacks. That's totally fine. Okay, cool. So go for it. I'm gonna have to figure out this fuel issue now because it is running low already. All right, Skizz got his stuff smelted, no problem, and I think we're still doing okay. Yeah. But just looking at this, I am actually kind of getting tired of stocking this thing with coal. I have it, of course. We've got our Wither Skelly farm. That's not a problem. Like, getting the coal is not the problem. It's just the fact that I got to come in and restock this thing every once in a while and think about it and wonder if it's running out. That's one more task on my like weekly checklist to things to do. And I don't need more things to do, if I'm being honest. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's a way we could just automate the fuel process so I don't have to even worry about it, which means potentially switching off of coal altogether. And there is an alternative fuel source I can think of that can actually work infinitely. Basically, we can take this kelp and we can smelt the kelp, and thanks to crafters, we can turn them into dried kelp blocks, send the dried kelp blocks back to the smelterator system to smelt more kelp, and then it just continues and continues, and then the extra dry kelp blocks can become our fuel source for our furnace array. Okay, I like that plan because it's fully automated. That's what I want. I want a fully automated fuel source that I never have to think of. So I guess first up, I guess I don't want to do that tunnel very much because I'm already switching gears. We're going to make a kelp farm. Well, that was easy. We've got kelp. Here it goes. In fact, look at it. It's flowing as we speak. Went with a pretty simple design. You know what? Let's go ahead and swim in it. It's dangerous. Don't have a roof on this thing. We're going to collect some kelp ourselves. There's a flying machine going across. They're on a timer and nothing too fancy. Ended up having to do 2 of them because, yeah, I made it too wide here. But, you know, I wanted as much kelp as we could possibly fit. And with the way we're doing these water streams, I didn't want to go any more than this here. We got like 3 layers of water just kind of cascading down, so it helps the kelp flow. And I caused a problem at some point. We've got a dead block right here. I think I accidentally killed the water stream up here when I was placing these signs. So I got to keep my eye on that and see if kelp actually like collects there and despawns. We might be losing just a little bit, but I think it's okay for now. So yeah, basically just have these flying machines kicking off every couple minutes or so, which allows the kelp to grow just a little bit. We know kelp grows super fast, so it goes down and then comes back. And yeah, the kelp kind of flows over the edge and then goes down into this water canal down in here. And what we need to do now is take all that kelp that's being harvested and send it to a furnace array, another furnace array, a different one than our current one, because we want to make the fuel and then send the fuel to that furnace array. So we're going to have 2 furnace arrays up in our silo when we're done with this. So let me see if I can figure out how to make a smelterator system that's going to take in the raw kelp, turn it into dried kelp blocks, and then refuel itself. All right, I got it. We've got all the kelp being fed into the top of the smokers here. They are getting smelted down. And then the output from that's just going around to this crafter. The crafter is going to make a dried kelp block. It's going to shoot it back up. It's going to go across this chain right here into the front of the smokers. And you can see we're already stacking up a bunch of dried kelp blocks. It's going to continue all the way around. I might have done more than I needed to here because you can see these smokers aren't actually getting any kelp to them, but yet these ones are kind of getting backed up. So maybe there's a way I can separate these a little bit better. I tried to do it with just hoppers here, but this seems to work. It's actually the next day now, so we have quite a few because you have the chunk loaders, and this was running overnight, of course, and we are almost there. Like, we're almost set with dried kelp blocks, and once this fills up, the next set is going to go into this chest right here. So basically, I need to turn that chest into a delivery system over to our furnace array, which should be like directly under us. I built this right underneath the kind of middle part, underneath our storage room, so that it could be kind of on top of the smelting system, and that'll be easy to just drop that down. So this is going to work out great, I think. I got to keep my eye on this, though, and see. Maybe I'll strip back some of these smokers. I might have overdone it here, thinking my kelp farm was going to be a little more productive than it is, but I think this will work. This is actually really cool to watch from the outside. Look at it go. We've got the window here. You can see we're on level 2 here, level 2 agriculture, of course. And you can just watch it through the window. We've got the panes, right, so that it has the room to come down. And you can see as the flying machine goes across, it kind of connects. And you see this little, like, almost like a progress bar in a way go across, which is super fun to watch. And then you just see the kelp kind of falling down. Not seeing any kelp getting stuck there. I'm not looking forward to that if that's a problem because, yeah, look at that. It went anyway. I don't want to have to figure out how to fix that with removing signs and redoing all those steps that it took to make the water flow this way. But yeah, this is fantastic. It's kind of fun to watch. Another thing, now these won't be going up our central column, obviously, because they're dropping straight into our smelter system, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch. We need to update our farm board. And initially we labeled this with just regular kelp, but I suppose you never really make a kelp farm just to make kelp, right? Like you're always going to make it into dried kelp blocks, I think. I can't think of another reason. I guess to have kelp to make like water sources for bubble vaders and stuff, it's good to have some kelp, but I can't really think of too many reasons to make a kelp farm that you don't turn into dried kelp blocks. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but nothing's coming to mind. And now the best part. Oh yeah, another farm done. Look at that. We still got more farms to add to this board, but it is nice to light up another light here. And level 2 is continuing to fill out. Good stuff. All right, I guess we procrastinated enough on this tunnel. The tunnel to our portal or shared portal with Skizz. It's time. Let's do it. We'll place some blocks. I didn't mock this up in creative or anything like that. We're just going to wing it. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So I think I'm going to share my thoughts on this as we go. My idea is to keep the floor nice and bright, and maybe the ceiling as well, and literally just do that kind of gradient on the walls only. We'll see how that turns out. But I also wanted to do a little trick I saw Tango do, where in order to create something that looks like you're speeding up, you start to move the lights closer together as you go. And he did it as he was dropping down a hole in his base last season. I want to do that in here. So as I'm flying through, the lights get closer and closer together, which makes us feel like we're actually picking up a lot of momentum as we get closer to the portal. I know it's not that far, so we're not going to need that many. But like right now, if I space these out by like maybe 5 blocks. Maybe I start with 7 and then go to 6 and then 5 and then 4, 3, 2. I gotta figure out how the spacing is gonna work without doing math, because I don't want to do math right now. We're just gonna wing it. We'll see how this goes, but I'm thinking that will work, and then we'll take our colored blocks, our yellows, and cascade them down the wall that way. So that's my current plan. However, I'm looking at the amount of quartz we have right now, and I think I don't have enough. I'm smelting up some blocks as we speak. Hopefully down in the smelterator system there. It might be done already. Let's go check. But I don't think that's going to be enough to get our tunnel done. So I might have to head over to the gold farm and see if there's any over there. I'm sure Gem and Green won't mind if we borrow a little bit. Because, yeah, we only have 4 more stacks here. That's probably not going to cut it. Uh-oh. I think I'm not the only one that was hoping to get some quartz from this farm. Yeah, okay. I think I might need to do an AFK session if I want to gather quartz from this place, because it seems to be bone dry. I knew there was a good reason why I put so many different masons in here. Oh, look at all the quartz we're able to just buy from them. Yeah, you know, I was hoping I would just get it for free at the bartering farm, but that's okay. At least we have options. Okay, we are making some progress in here, and I'm actually liking it so far. So you can see we've got a lot of space in between these first lights. I think it's like 11 blocks in between, and then we go like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way down there. And as we fly here, oh, I just matched it on the ceiling as well. As we fly, you can see, yeah, you kind of get that feeling. It's real subtle, real quick, but you get that feeling that you're speeding up. And there it actually, for a brief second, felt like we were slowing down. Let's do that again. And we're going faster, faster, faster. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's really, really subtle. Like I said, I mean, this is not the longest tunnel to fly through or anything like that. But now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, initially I was going to do our gradient from there and start to go down to there and do it just in between that top and that bottom. But that's going to close us in a little bit. So we only have 4 blocks wide. And I noticed that's where Skizz left his, 4 blocks wide. And I want to come in here and just see if this feels a little tight for me. Like, I think I want to keep it nice and open like this space is right now and just make these look better. Yeah, so he's got his kind of lights dangling here inside this 4 wide path. And then if we put ours out here, it gives us just a little more space so we don't have to avoid anything hanging. So I think I'm going to make this a little bit wider than what he did. I just, you know, sometimes I just feel like I need a little extra space, you know, for my muscles. All right, it's happening. We've got the yellow walls in and the transition to white happening. However, you can see I've got this like hard cutoff line in between. And obviously, if we're going to be doing a gradient, we want this to kind of like smear together in a way. So I think how I want to go about this is to just like borrow some blocks from one and then kind of like transition it into the other. So if we do kind of more blocks as we get closer, and then I'll start sprinkling some from this side in. Okay, I think that's kind of working. I think we need a little bit more patchiness to it to make it look a little better here. So if I start connecting things up here, this is almost like more vein-like, but I didn't want to bring too much of this in, but I think that kind of works. There's a lot of connections happening. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad way of doing that. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just smear some of this into this side and then some of that into that side, and hopefully it'll end up looking just as good. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I think I did all right blending these together. You don't see any of the hard lines. We meshed them all together. They kind of seamlessly flow. Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about the bone blocks with these kind of darker edges to them that go vertical. You know, they kind of disrupt the whole pattern just a little bit, but not too bad. And I think I can be okay with this. Now, I do think we need a little bit more decoration here. It still looks a little bit plain. So I want to bring in some of these lanterns, and I'm wondering if I should do the same kind of thing where I kind of hang these wherever we have these spaced so that as they get closer together, these kind of help with that feeling of speeding up in some way. So I'll put them just here across or next to these lights, and we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I think that works for me. We can see the bulbs at the end, and then these, they all kind of like go together pretty well. And it almost like brings even more light in here to help with these walls a bit. So there was some shadows kind of casted on the walls, and that helps with those. So yeah, okay. I also still think we're just a little bit flat in here in these corners, and I'm wondering if there's something else I can do. However, with these in place now, I'm not sure. So I might actually just step up with slabs or something. That might actually be enough. Maybe stairs will be too much because it will only have 2 blocks in the wall. So I might run slabs just maybe across the bottom. I'm not sure across the top if that's going to be worth it or not, but I'll try a few things here and see what I like. I'm falling back into that same pattern that I spoke about last episode when I made the dome and I needed to kind of strip it back to make it look good because it was just too much. I feel like I'm starting to have that same kind of thing happening here. Like it's probably fine just like this. Why do I feel like I need to keep adding stuff? I just want to see one thing, one little thing. What if we have like stripes kind of going across? Oh, I don't know which way to put these. Maybe I overuse these as well, the pale moss trapdoors. But maybe if we do something like that, I'm trying to just like help with those rings illusions that will speed up as we go. Nope. Nope, those aren't going to work. In fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and follow my gut here that we are probably good as is. The only one last thing I can think to do is it feels a little bit flat right here. And so if I really do want to get away with using these, maybe I go something like this, but maybe spin them around so it looks like they're kind of bolted against the wall. All right, let's just do a little stretch of this and see if we like it. No. I don't. Once again, I just think the little black notches on the edges there are a little too distracting. So I think we're going to keep it as is. I think the tunnel is just fine. We'll keep it simple. I like the way that we've done kind of the gradient and meshed them into each other to have the transitions. And I think the light's good. I think the spacing's good. A little bit bigger than I initially planned for. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking this is just fine as is. We don't need any more to this. Obviously, it's just a tunnel. What we do need to do is come up with how are we going to do a cool door for this. So I think I want to think about function, right? We're going to be flying into this probably more often than not. So if we come out of our storage room, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of want to get in here as fast as possible to get to the nether, throw the ender pearl like I showed before. We're going to want to make that super fast, which means I'm not going to want to stop and press a button and then have to take off once again. And with that jump boost, that was actually difficult to jump and fly anyway. So I'm really glad I raised the ceiling at least the 4 high so that we can take off in here without a problem. But yeah, what are we gonna do for a door? I think I need something I can fly through. We have a cool thing here on the server. We can put a painting in a stone cutter and actually pick what we want. So I could, how big is our door? I think it's a 3x4, right? So if I looked at something like this, our door is actually not 3x4, it's 2x4, isn't it? Actually, I think our door is a 2x3. Is there a painting that's actually 2x3? I don't know. There's a Corrales painting. What does this look like? Are we going to continue to use Corrales paintings in our base? Oh my gosh. It is the perfect size though. Oh man. But honestly, this might be the way to go. I don't have a custom painting right now, but now knowing my needs, I could always have one made. And for now, we could just use the Corrales painting. Now I got to remember, do these work on signs? Can we just put all those signs against the wall and then pop the painting? Let's see, how do we, whoa, what, huh? Was there a different Corrales painting? Well, that's even better. I picked a different one that time and I didn't even realize it. Whoa. I mean, that's actually not too bad. Well, I definitely do want to still have my own made, but that's going to work. All right, let's test. Let's see if we can go for a flight. Obviously, we got to have good flying skills if we're going to do this. And woo! We cut through and then ender pearl. Oh, beautiful. I don't know where we're going to land. Uh-oh! Okay. Gotta be ready to start flying again. Oh, that was weird. we went to the left. How did we end up like that way? That is so strange. We should have continued to go that way, but somehow we got turned as we threw our pearl through. Are we... Yeah, this way still goes the right direction. Interesting. I want to try that again. I wonder how often that's going to happen. Unfortunately for us, there's a pole like right in front of the door, so we got to kind of like, ugh. Okay, this might take more practice. No, we just got to get good, right? Just get good. Here we go. Try this again. And where are we going to end up in the nether? I'm ready to hit. Whoa, we're still flying. Yeah, look at us. We're going west. How are we going west all of a sudden? Oh, that is so weird. I assumed if anything, I would just face smash into the side of the nether hub. Wow. Okay, and now coming back, we can do this. Whoop! And that should head towards... What? This is so weird. Now I hit the north? Oh, man. Okay. All right, having our portal turned a different direction in the nether might be problematic. I don't know. It seems like it's just going to randomly choose which way it wants to send us when we teleport through that way. All right, we got to do one more test. I got to see. Is this consistent in any way? Is it where I'm throwing the pearl into the portal that matters? Ah! Okay, where are we? Okay. No, look at that one. That was just fine. Yeah, that went where I thought it would go. I'm so confused. But I do love the fact that we can throw pearls and immediately go through the portal without having to wait. Yep. I'm happy with this tunnel. I think it's good. It's perfect. I don't need any more. I know it feels a little bit plain, but I think that is perfectly fine for flying through and then just having that effect of like speeding up as we go. And the fact that we can get through with this secret painting. That stupid pole right there, though. I need to know. I need to be ready for that. Okay. More training needed. Obviously, we got to get good. Got to get good. Turn. And we nailed it. Okay. Oh, I hear kelp being farmed. I want to see. I don't want to miss it. Oh, it's the back one as well. All right, let's watch these go up. Oh, they're all coming over the edge. That is so cool. All right, I still do need to hook up my furnace array, the kelperator there, to below for all the fueling of our big smelting system down below. That won't be too hard. I need to let it stack up a little bit more before I do that. So I think this is probably a good place to end the episode for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot of work done, and the silo just keeps getting better and better every episode, which makes me super happy. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know what to do. If you liked it, please make sure to hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to do that so you don't miss any of my future videos. And with that said, I'll see you again next time. Have a good one, everyone.
Can I get a 66? Can I get a 66?
No.
Cub going once at 65. 65. Can I get a 66? Joel?
No,
I'll do
I'm good,
66
man.
to keep it going. 66 times.
66.
Yes, I'll do 66.
Going
Wait, did you just up your own bid?
He
just
upped your own bid.
He doesn't understand numbers.
We gotta keep
Etho,
this open, Impulse.
you
You
got
gotta
a
keep
bid,
it
man.
bidding so somebody comes in at the last minute and
Etho, do I have a
Gets it.
66? Do I have a 66?
66.
Hey, we have a
There you go.
66 going once for
Hey,
Etho. A 66. Do I have a 67?
67.
Oh, he did it. Oh, God.
Do I have a 67? Do I have a 67?
67.
I'm in. 6-7, I'm in.
Cub at a
This is not a
67.
silent
Oh my
auction.
god.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
it did turn
It
into
changed to a
non-silent.
full-blown regular
6-7.
auction.
Do I have a 68? Do I have a 68? Can I get a 68?
69 diamonds.
Nice.
Sold.
There it is.
Sold! He just called sold on it.
You what about sold?
He didn't even ask.
69 diamonds. It is sold to the fine
Oh,
Joe.
Oh,
He still wants
man.
Alaska.